Hey everyone, Jimbo coming at you here from Sanur in Bali. I just thought I'd do a video about what I've got going on at the minute with this problem I've got with my ear and where it leaves me at the moment. So yeah, I've been having a lot of problems with it and they're not going away. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
All right. Good morning, sir. So I'm here and it's a nice place. I'm in all traffic now. Roadworks and stuff. How are you doing? You alright? I'm good. So it's like doing this is quite difficult. Like as I've come into somewhere more busy, it's like a megaphone on my ear. Am I right to go that way? So it's just roadworks going on. Hey sir. His face tracker working alright. I'll get out of the chaos in a minute. I'm spending a lot of time resting, but this problem is not getting significantly better. It is a little bit. I'm finally doing one of these walk and talks again. I don't have a lot of battery, so we'll see how we get on. If it starts flashing, I'll just cut it short, but I'm getting quite down with it because I feel very alone at the minute. I know it's bound to happen. It's a risk I took by selling everything that I've got or had in the UK or giving it away and moving abroad and hoping for the best. The plan was going to be to teach English. As and when I needed money and spend crypto, I've just been spending crypto, and I taught in Thailand for 3 months next to a pneumatic drill now. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully this microphone works alright with how it is. But I don't know how I'm going to teach in this state. Like for example, yesterday I walked for 2 hours on the beach and I had to get a taxi back. Like I was staggering around. I couldn't focus on anything. The tinnitus or tinnitus was overwhelming. Like a flashbang had gone off and I couldn't focus on anything. I couldn't focus on bricks I were going to fall over, or it was like I was walking like I was drunk, and anyone with this disease or disorder had know the feeling. It's horrible. So I went to the hospital 3 times in Thailand to get my ear unblocked and they never fixed it. I've talked about this in an earlier video. Okay sir. Hi pal. So I went to her unblocked. Hey sir. You're alright. I don't dare touch this camera. You might be in it. And they tried to unblock my ear and they couldn't. The wax was too hard or something. So I ended up doing it myself. I got a syringe, cleaned it out, and it worked. And then I had problems with my ear again, so I thought I'd do the same thing again, but this time, as soon as I squirted the water in my ear, I got the tinnitus straight away. But it subsided, or I didn't have any problems. Didn't have any problems after it until I got like a virus or something, whatever it were, where I cleared everything out within a few days, but then I got this extreme vertigo in bed when I turned over in bed. I was alright a bit for the day after, and then it came on again. I tried that Epley manoeuvre, that made me sick. I tried it again, was sick again, and then since then it's just been pretty much constant. So that's why I put it down to this viral labyrinthitis, because I had a virus before it, but then the Menieres disease, which could be permanent and lead to permanent hearing loss, relates to fluid in the inner ear and inflammation in the inner ear. It's one of those two. What I was saying earlier about the hospital visits where, you know, we're trying to get it diagnosed. Like when it came on in Bali, the tinnitus and the vertigo, the nausea and the dizziness and the hearing loss, and the nystagmus, which is where your eyes flicker from left to right. And there's another one where you get a hearing imbalance, like I could only hear a high tone. I could only hear a high tone in my right ear. So I'd have the phone on my ear and I'd be talking to a friend on my left ear. I'd turn it to my right ear and then they'd start talking like this. Well, that's like how it'd sound, whoever it were. I couldn't hear the bass in the voice. And that's come back now, so at least I've got that part of my hearing back, and that's, you know, that's positive. Because with Menieres disease, it's a gradual hearing loss, and mine's come back a bit. But it's not these other ones. It's not vestibular neuritis, because I got all 4: hearing loss, tinnitus, vertigo, nausea, and I think vestibular neuritis is just vertigo and nausea. Could be vestibular migraine, I haven't looked into it, but I mean, what does it matter anyway if I get a diagnosis? I was listening to someone yesterday about it on YouTube, and his two pieces of advice were like the opposite of what I think. Said, number 1, get a diagnosis. It's like, why have a label for it? And number 2, get on the pills straight away. And I got given a lot of tablets when I went to A&E at Bali, so that's the 4th time I've been to hospital with my ear so far. You know, I went a 5th time to see a neurologist who diagnosed the nystagmus, the flickering left and right of my eyes. So yeah, I didn't think I'd get anything. You know, 2 pieces of advice from the YouTube, though, just shit. Because even if you do diagnose this, it looks like there's no treatment. I've seen one treatment which I think might work, because sometimes I feel like there is a fluid. It's a problem. It's beyond the eardrum. It's the inner ear which is past the eardrum, and it feels like there's fluid there. And I think when I squirted the water in that 2nd time, maybe the eardrum was damaged then, and some fluid got into my inner ear with this high pressure water, and it's stuck there now. Like maybe the ear drum healed, and I have some fluid stuck there. But basically I'm here with this problem where I'm worried about going to airports and things. Like I'm doing this now, but like as I said, I went to the beach and walked for 2 hours yesterday, and I mean, you know, it just gradually came on. I thought I could battle through it, and I had to get a taxi back. I couldn't get back. It was like I drank 24 pints. So it's probably good that the battery's quite low. So yeah, that's where I stand with it, and I've just felt very alone with it. I feel very alone, and I could have stayed at home, you know, but I chose to do this, to come away. Because I felt like it was coming from a place of fear to stay at home and wait for the apocalypse. Which looks like it might be on its way. Like, all currencies look like they're gonna collapse. I think the yen's just collapsing now just before I go to Japan. So I'm going to Japan in about 6 days. I'm not looking forward to it because it's an overnight flight. I mean, I've booked it anyway just because, you know, I'm put wherever I am. Even if I did go home and I just rested, I've still got the same problem. Right, sport. I don't think which way to go here. I'll go right. Maybe I'll go up beach where it's a bit quieter. I'm always going to have this same problem, and I'm being very proactive with trying to fix it. I keep doing these vestibular exercises where I like wave a pen in front of my face and just focus on it with my eyes, and then up and down, But I don't like doing it in public really, because it looks raged when I'm in a restaurant or something, but it makes it so I can walk home without falling over and everything's spinning. It's just very hard to focus on things, but I did a lot of the exercises yesterday. I ain't done any this morning, but hopefully it starts to get a bit better. Anyway, I'll show you a bit of Bali now. Good morning. Show you around a bit. This is Sanua Beach. People just come for a nice bath. I think he's catching oysters or something. Yeah. Let's get to end here. It's a bit quieter here, so I'll probably just talk at end for a bit. What am I doing for battery? So, it's a risk I took, but I didn't think I'd feel so alone with it. Like, I have good friends back home, but like, I used to talk to my grandma about things, but she's dead now, and my mum, when she was well, I could talk to her, but she's dead now. Don't really feel like I can talk to a lot of people about it, if anyone. And I'm kind of stuck. And I understand, you know, because you don't understand what you don't have, but I also feel like you should, when you give, like, I feel like I'm someone who's always willing to listen to anyone, especially my friends, and try and help them, because I enjoy it. You know, I like to do that, but I don't feel like I've got that. My face track's fucked. I'll just recenter it. I don't feel like I've got that at the minute. I was using the gym as a way of keeping my mental health in check, but I sprained my neck just about 5 days ago. It's getting a bit better actually. I'm trying to lift like Mike Mensa, doing like 70 kilo shoulder presses, but I sprained something in my neck. And I can do the gym, because if I feel bad, I just leave, and I probably went too hard, because that makes me get dizzy as well. I found ways to feel slightly better, is just to like rest in bed and not really focus on anything. To keep hydrated, drink plenty of water. I mean, if there is any kind of silver lining, it's that it stopped me smoking, because it just increases the tinnitus. It just goes from knee to knee, turns up. I just smoke more cigarettes, or more of a fag. So I just feel very alone at the minute. I know I'm in this beautiful place, but at night, you know, time difference as well. I'm 8 hours in front. I don't really have anyone to talk to, and I'm just proactively trying to do exercises to make things better. But lately, I feel like I've been there for a lot of friends, and I just don't feel like I'm getting any support anywhere. I don't know how to get any support for it. I don't think there is anything for this in Bali. When I go to Japan, I can try and find some kind of specialist to help with it. Maybe I can have that treatment where they perforate the eardrum and let any fluid out. But people I've seen online with Menieres don't get better. If it's vestibular migraine, it seems like you have like patches where you get better, get worse over the course of many years. But if it was what I hoped, and what I think it is viral labyrinthitis, where it's like the virus causes an inflammation on your vestibular nerve, which connects your ear to your brain and eyes and everything. I thought the inflammation had died down, especially if I was eating anti-inflammatory foods and resting and putting anti-inflammatory things. Like I've got red light therapy, I use that. I use some jojoba, something like that, jojoba drops, which help it. But everything's saying not to put them directly in my ears, but I did it twice and I think it helped twice, but I just don't dare keep doing that, because it's not it's not professional medical health advice according to AI, but it's probably the health advice that you always need, you know. So anyway, look at this view. So I like, you know, to come somewhere like this and just meditate, but I can't focus on anything to meditate on. Like, everything's always spinning. If I try and look at the fishermen in the distance, I can't. It's like I can't focus on anything and everything. It's like, at the minute, it's not too bad. It's like I've just got off a light spin on a roundabout at a park. But it is very difficult to become present for me at the minute. So I've booked everywhere in advance. While I'm in Bali now, I've got one night where I'm staying, and then I have to move because it's full. So I've got 2 nights somewhere else. And then I've booked a night near the airport despite having a flight at midnight that night. It's just so I can rest somewhere before I have to fly. So I'd probably just be leaving there at 10 p.m, but the airport's just 10-minute walk from where I am. And then the overnight flight, and then I land in Tokyo. I'm not looking forward to that, because it'll be like 6 hours before I can check in anywhere. I'll be tired, I'll be jet lagged, I'll have nowhere to rest, it'll be manic. But it's all my own choice. So going back to the teaching, I don't want to teach like this because I'm worried that it'll kick in and I'll be in a class and just collapse, or I'll get anxiety and have some kind of panic attack with like 45 kids sat there. You know, it's hard to maintain a train of thought even now because it's got so much ringing in my ears, so much dizziness. Something I've thought is that maybe I can teach online and move back here to Bali afterwards. I could get another 2 months and stay in Singaraja, where I found somewhere good to stay. I could possibly go back to Thailand, but I'm not sure if I'll get back in because I've been going in and out of the country for over a year now. I probably stayed there a total of about 7 or 8 months, you know, in this past year, so they might not like it. And I don't have I have no money, no friends, no house, barely any family left. But usually I always have my health, and I don't really have that at the minute. Don't really have a lot of wealth either because crypto's crashed. That's all just part of this big collapse which is happening. All the trends show it, you know, every country's never had any more debt than it has currently. All these major stockholders and shareholders are pulling out of major companies. There's a shitcoin, hot garbage called Zcash or Zcash, which is like the controlled opposition of privacy coins. That's really taken off, but it's controlled opposition, it's shit compared to Monero. It's not as private. But Monero's holding its value better than most, #1 stable coin, so I'd recommend getting some Monero and keeping your money private because your money won't be worth anything soon. But that's it, you know, I usually, like with giving and receiving energy, the first YouTube videos I were doing were all about giving unique information I thought could help people. They got barely any views. This video get about 3 likes. I was doing it to give energy, to help people, but it doesn't go anywhere. I talked to someone about it where I was last staying in Sidderman. I met a German woman, well, a Belgian woman with German and Indian descent there. She was saying it might not reach everyone, but it will reach the right people. So maybe it's reaching the right people, these videos. Like, I don't know what you're gonna get. I don't know what you're gonna gain from this. I just had to do it for my own form of self-therapy because I don't feel like I can talk to anyone about this, and I suppose in video form I just get to ramble on and you get to just turn it off whenever you want. But I appreciate you listening this far, if you've come this far, and I'm just in a shit situation at the minute. Health's going to shit, wealth's going to shit, but that will for everyone. And in turn, that's going to end up affecting everyone's health. Health, wealth, which affect happiness, you know. And you need people around you, you know. And I did have a group of people, a handful of friends in the UK, but I left all that behind thinking, well, I've got my health and I'll just keep moving and I'll keep meeting people. But in a situation like this, which I hadn't planned, you know, which I couldn't have thought about, because if I did, I would have never done it. It would have been living in fear again. And maybe this is all just part of how it's supposed to be for me, and we'll just see how it goes. I'll just be very proactive about trying to fix it. I've got to try and use more gratitude about where I am and what I'm doing. It's just very difficult. I get very frustrated when I wake up and the room's spinning and I feel sick. So, and it's been going on, it's not been on and off, it's like it's been shit but fluctuating. It's not been like this is normal, this is good. It's just been shit, and then it's been fluctuating, like not as shit and really shit. So like now it's not as shit, like I've come out to do this video, but I'm still struggling. It's quite difficult. Got megaphone, tinnitus, dizziness, nausea, all that's going on now. So anyway, I'll probably just rest up for the rest of the day. I still can't go to the gym because we're going to do chest and sprain my neck. It's not a good idea. Could try and do some stretches, do some more of these vestibular exercises, which help me improve in the short term. And I suppose that's it really. I hope you're well and I appreciate you listening to this. I am going through a shit time at the minute. As beautiful as it looks around me, I can't focus on any of it, whereas I usually can. It takes people out of work for at least 4 to 6 months from what I've seen. But I don't have 4 to 6 months, I don't think,